Have you ever found yourself scrolling through your feeds, seeing phrases like, it's giving main character energy?
Oh, definitely. Or
Yeah.
maybe no cap. That slaps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And felt like you needed, I don't know, a secret decoder ring just to understand what was going on?
Yeah, you're definitely not alone in that feeling.
It can feel like a totally new dialect, can it?
It really can.
Well, welcome to a very special deep dive into what we're calling the Great Online Refactoring, decoding English in the age of social media.
Our mission today really is to try and understand this profound linguistic revolution.
Yeah, it's happening right now, not in some quiet academic hall, but right there on our screens.
Driven by billions of people online. It's fascinating.
We're talking about a massive shift. Language isn't just evolving over centuries anymore.
No, it's changing in real time. Literally at the speed of a viral tweet.
And I promise you, this isn't just a collection of random internet gibberish. Far from it.
Right. It's actually a vibrant, chaotic, and incredibly creative form of communication.
Perfectly optimized, you could say, for the unique, fast-paced world of the internet.
It's still English, sure, but it's remixed, it's compressed.
And infused with the logic of algorithms, even a kind of shared digital consciousness.
So we're going to break down how to decode it, maybe appreciate its ingenuity.
And understand the powerful forces shaping it. Okay, let's unpack this then.
Where do we start?
To really grasp where we are with online English today, we kind of have to look back, don't we?
Absolutely.
Where did this incredible linguistic journey truly begin? And a little hint. It definitely wasn't with TikTok.
No, it's truly remarkable how far back the roots actually stretch. They predate, the platforms we use every day.
Like way back.
Way back. We're talking the earliest forms of computer-mediated communication. Think 1970s, 80s, bulletin board systems, BBS, Usenet.
Wow. And the interesting thing is, those early users, they weren't being lazy or sloppy with language.
Not at all. They were being incredibly pragmatic.
Because they faced real technical constraints, right?
Right.
Like strict character counts.
Exactly, and painfully slow data speeds. Imagine.
So that environment, it fundamentally necessitated brevity.
Precisely. Acronyms like LOL, laughing out loud.
BRB, be right back.
OMG, oh my God. They were born out of that pragmatic need.
Just to convey common reactions quickly, economically.
It was all about efficiency, pure and simple.
Okay, but what about emotion? When
Well-
you're limited to just plain text, how do you, inject feeling? That's really tough without a voice or body language.
That's a critical point. How do nonverbal cues find their way into these, sterile, text-only conversations?
Yeah,
Emoticons, the direct ancestors of today's emojis.
like the smiley face or the
Right,
frowns.
or as those simple text combinations that emerged to solve this exact problem.
They were crucial then for conveying tone, sarcasm, sincerity.
All the things plain text struggles with on its own.
So these early online communities, often focused on niche interests, maybe gaming or early tech.
They were like little linguistic laboratories,
Yeah.
experimenting constantly.
If we connect this to the bigger picture then, these subcultures develop their own specialized vocabularies, like an argot.
Yes, exactly. This in-group language served a dual purpose. It streamlined communication for members.
And it forged a powerful sense of shared identity, of belonging.
Definitely. Understanding the jargon meant you were sort of part of the club.
Okay, so fast forward a bit.
Yeah.
Late 90s, the public internet explodes. MSN Messenger.
And text speak for those character-limited SMS messages on our early mobile phones.
Right. U for you, R for R, two for two or two, stuff like that.
This was absolutely foundational because it was the first time an entire generation grew up with this kind of digital native dialect running parallel to their spoken language.
A language economy, you called it.
Yeah, and it wasn't just about saving space anymore. It was about the speed of conversation, keeping up with rapid-fire chats.
It really laid the groundwork for the linguistic explosion we see on social media today.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is where things get, I think, really interesting for most of us listening.
The modern stuff.
Yeah, the 21st century, we've seen this unprecedented acceleration in new English slang.
It's wild. Terms spread globally in days now, thanks to viral trends.
So what's driving this rapid evolution? And what are some of the standout terms we're seeing?
Well, a key insight here is how much of this new language bubbles up from specific subcultures. African-American Vernacular English, AAVE, has been hugely influential, and LGBTQ plus ballroom culture, too.
Okay, so let's dive into some examples. Maybe start with one that was literally word of the year,
Riz.
Riz, yeah, great example.
I hear that one all the time. What does it really signify, and why do you think it became so huge?
Riz is fantastic because it compresses this complex social skill charming someone, seducing someone into one punchy word.
Derived from charisma, right?
Exactly. And the fact that Oxford named it their 2023 Word of the Year, that just shows how quickly internet language can legitimize itself now.
Bypassing the traditional gatekeepers.
Totally. So you might hear like, he's got unbelievable Riz. He got her number in under a minute. That's a perfect example of that compression you mentioned. And it sounds like there are also terms that really amplify emotion or approval.
Oh, for sure. Like slay.
Yes. What about slay?
Slay means to do something exceptionally well, or maybe to look absolutely stunning. It's pure enthusiastic approval. Empowerment.
So her presentation was incredible. She absolutely slayed.
Perfect. And then for food, you've got bussin'.
Ah, yes, bussin'. Only for food.
Pretty much exclusively for extremely tasty food. It's that ultimate seal of delicious approval. You have to try this pasta, it's bussin'.
These words really let you convey enthusiasm with a punch.
They do.
And on the flip side of that enthusiasm, we've got mid.
Yeah, mid. A brutally simple descriptor for anything mediocre, average.
Underwhelming.
Exactly. Its conciseness makes it super popular for criticism. I was excited for the movie, but honestly, it was pretty mid.
Okay, there are also terms that seem to focus more on, like, the general atmosphere, personal projection, things like it's giving.
Uh-huh. Its giving is really versatile. It describes the vibe or the essence of something, often followed by a noun.
Reflecting a focus on aesthetics, maybe?
Yeah, and overall energy, like her outfit is giving 90s supermodel.
Got it. And main character energy.
That speaks to the confidence, the presence of someone acting like the protagonist of their own story.
Emphasizing self-actualization.
Yeah.
Or maybe a curated online identity.
Both, I think. Like he walked into the party with such main character energy, everyone turned to look.
It's interesting how many of these terms also seem to reflect a preoccupation with authenticity.
That's a great point.
Phrases like cap and no cap come to mind.
Absolutely. Cap means a lie, an exaggeration, while no cap emphasizes truthfulness.
Like saying for real or seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It highlights this real focus on authenticity in online talk. That was the best concert I've ever seen, no cap.
And then sus, short for suspicious.
Yeah, sus. Wildly popularized by the game Among Us. Just means suspicious.
The way he's avoiding my questions is really sus. Simple as that.
Pretty much.
Okay, and one more fun one I hear often, maybe especially from younger generations.
Delulu.
Ah, delulu. It's a playful shortening of delusional.
Usually self-deprecatingly, right?
Often, yeah. For one's own unrealistic hopes, especially like with crushes or in fandoms.
So something like, he liked my post from 3 weeks ago. I'm so delulu. I think it means he's in love with me.
Exactly that kind of vibe. It's self-aware delusion.
So while all this new slang is constantly popping up, what about those core acronyms, the ones that have been around a while?
They are absolutely still the workhorses.
Yeah.
Essential.
They seem to convey complex reactions so efficiently.
They really do.
Yeah.
Think about IKK.
If you know, for an inside joke.
Right. Or SMH.
Shaking my head, disappointment, disbelief.
IMO.
In my opinion, my humble opinion. Qualifying your view,
ICYMI.
in case you missed it, flagging reposted info,
TBH.
to be honest. Signaling sincerity.
FTW.
For the win! Enthusiastic support.
And NGL.
Not gonna lie, before a frank admission, these are still used constantly. It shows their enduring utility, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. But this whole lexicon, it's clearly not static. It's constantly in flux.
Oh, constantly. Terms rise and fall with breathtaking speed. Meanings shift.
It seems like staying fluent really requires continuous immersion. You can't just learn it once.
That's exactly right. The constant evolution means what's in today could be totally out tomorrow. It's a defining characteristic.
So what does all this mean beyond just the words themselves? Because it feels like the English of social media is inseparable from the broader context of internet culture.
That's a critical point. How can we truly understand the language without understanding the culture it lives in?
Right.
And at its heart, internet culture communicates through memes.
Memes. More than just a funny picture, right?
Way more. A meme is basically a unit of cultural transmission. An idea, a behavior, a style that spreads, often mutating as it goes.
They're almost like a shared visual language.
Right.
They convey complex ideas in jokes incredibly efficiently.
Think about the distracted boyfriend meme.
Oh, yeah. You absolutely need to know the original picture, the original context, to get the joke when someone remixes it with new labels.
Exactly. Memes rely heavily on that intertextuality, knowing the history.
They also seem to use playful, subversive language sometimes,
Oh,
challenging
interesting.
grammar.
Definitely. For comedic effect, often.
Yeah.
The Doge meme is a classic example.
With the fragmented sentences.
Hmm.
Much, wow, so grammar.
Exactly. That creative linguistic play is core to meme culture.
Okay, so if acronyms were the first fix for a lack of nonverbal cues,
Then emojis are their highly evolved descendants.
the word itself means picture character from Japanese, right?
It does, and it's truly remarkable how critical their linguistic functions have become.
They convey emotional tone, clarifying if you're happy, sad, angry.
Or sarcastic. They can replace words entirely. A thumbs up for way. Okay. A heart up for love.
They soften messages, enhance them,
And they even become cultural signifiers, like the skull emoji.
meaning I'm dying of laughter, usually, not literal death.
Right, a meaning totally removed from its literal representation. That's language evolution in action.
And beyond emojis, platforms like Instagram, they have their own visual language and hashtags. The # hashtag.
Hashtags act like metadata. They categorize content, sure, but they also serve as discourse markers, threading conversations together across the platform.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, you mentioned subcultures earlier. What about stan culture? That seems huge.
Hugely influential. The term stan, originally from that Eminem song, kind of a dark origin.
Soccer plus fan, right?
Yeah, but it's been totally reclaimed by fandoms. Now it just means a highly dedicated, enthusiastic supporter.
And this leads to these incredibly specific creative dialects within fandoms.
Oh, absolutely. Like Swifties, Taylor Swift fans have this incredibly rich lexicon of references and inside jokes.
Which builds a really strong sense of in-group identity, strengthens those social bonds.
Definitely. And all this deep immersion in online culture, it's given rise to this concept of being chronically online.
Chronically online, what does that mean exactly?
It describes a state where someone's perspective, their humor, their language, it's all so heavily shaped by the internet.
That it can seem genuinely out of touch with offline reality?
Pretty much. Someone chronically online might use internet slang constantly in spoken conversations, maybe interpret real-world events mainly through the lens of memes.
Or get really invested in debates that only make sense within specific digital communities.
It highlights the profound impact these digital environments have on us. It's a social asset within those spaces.
But potentially a barrier to communication outside them.
Exactly. It blurs that distinction between the online self and the offline self.
Okay, so this language isn't monolithic. It's more like a collection of dialects, right? Each shaped by its platform.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
So let's unpack how different apps actually influence communication.
The challenge becomes, how do the specific constraints and, crucially, the algorithms of each platform actively shape the message people create?
Okay, let's start with the classic, X, formerly Twitter.
Right. The infamous character limit, originally 140, now 280, it basically created a discourse of brevity.
Popularizing acronyms,
Yeah.
hashtags, forcing conciseness.
And it's a hotbed for rapid-fire debate. And also, weird Twitter.
Ah, weird Twitter. That unique corner with its absurdist humor and kind of experimental format.
Exactly. Then you have TikTok. Its algorithm is just this engine of linguistic innovation.
It gave us algospeak, didn't it?
Yes. Terms like unalive for dead or segs for sex. Clever ways to bypass content moderation filters.
And even a distinct TikTok voice, like specific intonation trends.
Yeah, that's emerged too. Then Instagram, primarily visual.
So the language is more aesthetic-focused, terms like core, like hashtag cottagecore.
Precisely. And influencer culture there blends personal language with marketing speak. There's a high value placed on well-performed authenticity.
Interesting. What about Reddit and Tumblr?
Those platforms foster highly specialized niche dialects within their communities, subreddits, specific blogs.
They support longer-form content, more complex lore.
Leading to incredibly specific in-group jargon that can be almost impenetrable from the outside.
And then there's the total opposite. LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, LinkedIn. A stark contrast. It's all corporate vernacular.
Professional, optimistic, full of jargon and buzzwords.
Often using storytelling for career achievements, all within a very specific professional frame.
And this whole phenomenon, it isn't just an English-speaking thing, is it? It's global.
Absolutely not. If we connect this to the bigger picture, English internet slang is being adopted and adapted worldwide.
Leading to linguistic blending. Code
Yeah.
switching.
Yes, where users seamlessly move between English internet terms and their native language, choosing whatever best expresses their meaning in the moment.
That's really important, but it raises interesting questions, maybe about linguistic diversity.
It does, especially when English internet terms sometimes start to replace indigenous words for certain concepts.
And you mentioned subcultures earlier, like AAVE being a source.
Yeah.
What are the social dynamics there?
Well, one of the compelling aspects here is that much of what becomes mainstream Gen Z slang actually originates in AAVE,
Okay.
and its widespread adoption by the wider internet, often without understanding the cultural origins or context.
That can lead to discussions around cultural appropriation, right?
It certainly can and does. It's a complex issue.
And how we communicate online, it's also reshaping our understanding of politeness itself. Digital pragmatics, you called it.
Exactly. Strategies like using specific emojis to soften a request.
Or the punctuation. The perceived sincerity of ending with a period versus the friendliness of an exclamation mark.
Right. Or using hedges like IMO, just wondering, things like that. It's all part of navigating online social relationships, performing politeness without face-to-face cues.
Brands and marketers have definitely noticed. They've become keen students of this language.
Oh, for sure. Some companies, like Duolingo or Gymshark, have been praised for using slang authentically in a way that resonates.
But it's risky, isn't it?
Hugely risky. Using slang incorrectly or in a forced, inauthentic way.
It gets called cringy.
Exactly. Or pandering. And that can significantly damage a brand's credibility, especially with younger audiences who are very attuned to authenticity.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, the learner, the English of social media? It's clearly far more than just a fleeting trend.
It really is. It feels like a fundamental evolution of our language.
A testament to our ingenuity, maybe. Our adaptability as communicators.
I think so. And a critical point here is, can we really just dismiss this language as incorrect or somehow inferior?
Probably not.
It demonstrates this remarkable adaptability of human communication, how we forge new linguistic tools from pragmatic acronyms to complex memes to fluid slang to meet the demands of totally new environments.
And this landscape, we know it'll keep changing. That's the only guarantee.
Right. The slang that's everywhere today might be obsolete tomorrow.
But that constant churn, maybe that isn't a weakness. Maybe it's a defining feature of this living, breathing digital language.
I think that's exactly it. Look, understanding the language of the internet, it's like holding a mirror up to our contemporary culture.
Reflecting our values, our
Our
humor.
anxieties, our connections, all of it. Fluency in today's specific terms might be fleeting, sure, but the imperative to listen, to learn, to adapt, that remains constant.
So in this great online refactoring, we're all kind of beta testers.
We are collectively writing the next chapter of the English language, one post, one meme, one emoji at a time.